Welcome to Convention Reviews. Today we'll be talking about Sakuracon 2025. This convention takes place in Seattle, Washington over the weekend of Easter. One thing that was a little interesting this year was the fact that Easter fell very late in the year in April, which doesn't normally happen very often. The event occurs at the Seattle Convention Center, which is split up between two different buildings. One is at Arch, and the other is Summit. The Arch building is known for holding many key events such as the Artist Alley, several fan panels, the AMV Theater, as well as main events, which is where most of the concerts are being held. The Summit building, on the other hand, is where the dealer's hall, most of the fan panels, as well as some upper floors do have some dedicated rooms for larger events. But Summit is also known for being the first stop for most attendees because it is where the registration line begins. One thing I will note that was very bad about this particular year was that there were certain registration issues where people were waiting in line for several hours. I myself was in line for 3+ hours on a Thursday, and even on Friday morning, there was a line literally going down the street for how long it took for people to get badges if they didn't get it early. And it really showed throughout at least Friday through early afternoon, where most of the buildings were very sparsely attended, not because they didn't want to, but because there were so few people with badges. A great example is looking at the game room, which is in Arch, that was practically empty most of the first day, which was a little sad to say the least. But for those that did have badges, it really was a great time to be at the game room at the same time because you had pretty much open floor to play any game you wanted for as long as you wanted, which, I guess has some advantages. I think one of the small downsides also this weekend was the fact that for a lot of people who wanted to get badges and then watch the Hatsune Miku movie that came over the weekend, and unfortunately it didn't pan out for a lot of people. One thing of note about the Artist Alley this year is that there was a noticeable shrinkage from previous years, where the Artist Alley only took up one single section of the building, which, was still massive to say the least, but there definitely were far less vendors this year than previous years. And this is partially due to, multiple reasons that are kind of happening in this current year, some being political, some being more economic, but there definitely were less vendors to say the least. On the dealer's hall side of things, it was really not noticeable on that level. It did seem like there was a decent amount of both voice actors and a wide variety of official guests that were also there, but there certainly was a little bit of a mix-up of different kinds of vendors, from selling everything from gunpla to apparel to figurines to other kinds of otaku merchandise. Overall, the dealer's hall had a wide variety of options for everybody, as well as some really fun advertisements throughout the dealer's hall, which also was a nice treat as well. As well as there also were quite a few good cosplays throughout the event on Friday. By the time the early afternoon hit, there was quite a few people starting to cosplay, and it was fun to kind of pick out people both from newer series as well as more older niche shows as well, which was really fun. The start of Saturday was also quite interesting because at about 10 in the morning, the Cheesecake Factory, which is attached to the Arch building, had a grease fire, which was quite noticeable throughout most of the early morning. The fire itself was self-contained, but unfortunately the smoke ended up making its way into Arch, and at one point they actually had to partially evacuate the top floors of the building to allow the smoke to clear out, which was a little bit of a bummer to say the least. Especially considering many fan panels as well as AMV related events were currently going on at the time, which, really is kind of a bummer for anybody that had panels or other events that they've been preparing for months to do that. But these kind of things happen, so you just gotta kind of roll the punches sometimes. One of the areas that Sakuracon really excels at is in the AMV workshops. This particular convention attracts quite a lot of AMV creators, as well as has really fostered a really long tradition of getting some of the best talent for AMVs in one room, and as well as creating a lot of very interesting subset panels and presentations throughout the entire weekend. So, whether you're a brand new, AMV creator or somebody that's much more journeyman or, veteran, There definitely was a wide variety of content available, and even for like just casual attendees, there was a lot of different varieties of panels from, Anime Hell, which is a really kind of a fun meme kind of soup one, as well as some others that really specialized in everything from like, spooky, after dark stuff to, throwback 2005, music videos from 20 years ago. And it really goes to show you how far, AMVs have been able to come, especially considering how much the technology has evolved as well. But arguably, one of the biggest events for AMVs is the AMV contest on Saturday, which really gets some of the best content across the board for many categories, from trailers, drama, upbeat, action, sentimental, comedy, action, as well as a new category, shorts, which were these fun little 30-second little blips, which were pretty fun to say the least. One of the other new changes this year was that they also opened the AMV contest well beyond just animation, where they also included non-Japanese content as well. There actually were several contestants that had submitted things from Bluey as well as Castlevania, among many others, really showing that the diversity of topics can really go well beyond just the Japanese spectrum as well, which was quite fun to say the least. One of the other events that occurred over the weekend was the Iron Editor competition, which teams basically compete against each other to create a music video under very tight time frames, which can be really fun in itself to see the final product. One thing that was really interesting from the last year was that they showed somebody actually got engaged during the competition, that they apparently were participants, which was pretty nice. And, it's little stuff like that that I always like to see at these events where, it's not just about the convention itself, but, it's really developed a bit of a culture within itself. Many of the surrounding businesses also get in on the fun, creating little advertisements and aspects that kind of promote the convention and get people in the doors of their own businesses as well, which, is pretty nice to say the least. But arguably, one of the biggest attractions this year was the musical guests. The three that were chosen were Hitsu Bungaku, Sally Aramaki, and Riol. Hitsu Bungaku was arguably a really interesting light rock band that came out Friday. It was pretty slow, light rock energy, but people were definitely feeling it, to say the least. Sally Aramaki has kind of a lot of insight with her band 22-7, as well as the fact that she is a English voice actor as well as a performer, which was pretty interesting. She was doing some music from everything from like the English adaptation of Pokemon and Demon Slayer, as well as many other works, and really showed kind of a wide variety of talent. Although I will say that Real was arguably the showstopper for the night, really showing a lot of songs that have really pumped up the energy, and really had a wide variety of songs from Vocaloid as well as many other rhythm beat games that are very popular over time, and definitely was well worth the convention to just see her alone. One other thing that made Saturday night interesting was that there apparently was a gas leak also at the Cheesecake Factory again later that night, which was a very interesting capper to the night. For Sunday, things wrapped up pretty quickly for the most part. There was a handful of competitions going on, and, mostly it was a lot of just grabbing stuff from the dealer's hall and wrapping it up for the day. But one of the last events that I did attend was the overflow for the AMV contest for stuff that didn't quite make the final cut, and there certainly were quite a few that were pretty good, in my opinion, to say the least. So that'll be my review for Sakuracon 2025. Definitely had some ups and downs, some that were controllable and others that weren't, but overall I had a pretty decent time at this convention. If you or anybody else was at this con, please let me know and write some in the comments, and I will see you in my next convention review.